we are going to learn how to solve simultaneous equations using substitution method. To use substitution method, we should know how to make a variable a subject. Subject means that you have to isolate a variable. If you remember in the previous videos, all the letters representing x, y, z, a, b, it can be any letter. All these letters are known to be as a variable in an equation. So if I see these two equations here, you can see that x and y are the variables here. So let's label this first equation as equation number 1 and let's label this equation as equation number 2. Okay, now so it's completely up to us that whether we want to choose equation number 1 or we want to choose equation number 2. So let's just say that I want to choose equation number 1. So now I have to decide whether I am going to make x a subject or y a subject. If I see closely that x has a coefficient of 3 and y has a coefficient of 1, which makes easier to make y a subject here. Okay, so let's make the y subject here. So let me write first the normal equation here. 3x plus y is equals to 10. So what I am going to do now, I am going to take 3x on the other side, so I can isolate my y on this side. So y is equals to 10 minus 3x. Okay, now if I can see, now my y has been made a subject. Okay, so let's label this equation as equation number 3. Okay, so now what I am going to do, that I am now going to use equation number 2. Okay, so let me write equation number 2 here. X plus y equals to 4. Let me scroll down a little bit. Okay, so what I am going to do now is I am going to isolate, I am going to substitute this value of y right here. It means that this y has a value of 10 minus 3x. So I am going to substitute value right here. So now I can write my equation as x plus bracket. Rather than writing y now, I am going to substitute the value of y, which is 10 minus 3x. So I would write 10 minus 3x is equals to 4. Okay, so now I can open my brackets. X plus 10 minus 3x is equal to 4. Now I can combine the like terms, x minus 3x, and I can take the 10 on the other side, which would make it 4 minus 10. So x minus 3x is minus 2x and 4 minus 10 is minus 6. X is equals to minus 6 divided by minus 2. I can cancel out these minus with each other, and 2 1s are 2 and 2 3s are 6. So the value of x is 3. Okay, after I find the value of x, now I can take this value of x and substitute this value right in this equation. I can also substitute this value whether in equation number 1 or equation number 2. We would get the same answer for the y. So let's just say that I am going to substitute this value of x in equation number 3. So equation number 3 was y is equals to 10 minus 3x. Okay, so I am going to substitute this value right just here in x. So y is equals to 10 minus 3 into 3. Y is equals to 10 minus 9, which gives you 1. So final answer is x is equals to 3 and y is equals to 1. Let's try another example. Now I have been given two equations, so let's label this equation as equation number 1 and let's label this equation as equation number 2. Okay, now again you have to see for which equation it is easier for you to make a subject. I can choose either equation number 1 or equation number 2. So in this example, let's just take equation number 2. Okay, so 3x plus 2y is equals to 5. So what I am going to do now, I am going to make the y a subject here. You can choose also x if you want to, so it's completely up to us. Okay, so what I am going to do, I am going to take this 3x on the other side. So 2y is equals to 5 minus 3x. Now you just see that y has a 2 here. 2 is being multiplied here on this side. So if I have to isolate this y, I have to take, if this 2 is multiplying on this side, when I take this 2 on the other side, it would divide. So y is equals to 5 minus 3x whole divided by 2. I am going to label this equation as equation number 3. Okay. Now what I have to do, okay, I used equation number 2 here, so now I have to use equation number 1. The equation number 1 was 2x minus 5y is equals to 16. So what I'm going to do is I have to substitute this value of y, I mean like this value of y, it will be substituted right here. Okay, so if I have to write my equation now, it would be 2x minus 5 bracket, the value of y which I am going to substitute it now is 5 minus 3x whole divided by 2 is equals to 16. Okay, let me scroll down a little bit so I can solve it. Okay, so what I am going to do, I am going to multiply this 5 with the bracket and open the brackets. So 2x minus 5 5s are 25. Let me just put a bracket right just here, and 5 into minus 3 is minus 15x whole divided by 2 whole is equals to 16. So I can now multiply this minus sign with both of the numbers inside. So minus 25 plus 15x whole divided by 2 is equals to 16. So now what I have to do, I have to take the LCM same. I can do that by making the denominator same. Okay, so this has a denominator 1. So now if I take the LCM, I have to multiply this denominator with 2. Also I have to multiply this numerator with 2. So 4x minus 25 plus 15x whole divided by 2 is equals to 16. So 4x plus 15x, it would make it 19x. Sorry, this is minus 25 whole divided by 2 is equals to 16. Okay, let me just do the remaining of the part right just here. Okay, now if I cross multiply, this 2 will go on this side and multiply with 16. So 19x minus 25 is equals to 2 into 16. So 19x minus 25 is equals to 32. Now what I can do, I can take this minus 25 on the other side. Okay, so 19x is equals to 32 plus 25. Okay, so 19x is equals to 57, and x is equals to 57 by 19, which gives me an answer of 3. So x has a value of 3. Now what I am going to do, I am going to take this value of to find the value of y. Now I am going to take this value of x and substitute right just here in this equation. So I am going to write equation number 3, y is equals to 5 minus 3 x divided by 2. This was equation number 3. So what I am going to do, I am going to substitute this value of x, which is x is equals to 3, right just here. So it would be y is equals to 5 minus 3 into 3 whole divided by 2. So y is equals to 5 minus 9 divided by 2. It makes this 5 minus 9 is minus 4 divided by 2, and my final answer for the value of y would be minus 2. So x is equals to 3 and y is equals to minus 2.